guys, it is interview time. It is interview time. I want to welcome from Canada some of the most vicious beasts, some of those badass musicians, some of the most coolest people in the world. I'm talking about the Bee's Knees, the Colossus of Clout, the Counts of Monte Cristo. Holy moly cannoli. We are talking to Jesse and Matt from Killotine, the Battle for Vodka Canada champions. What is up, guys?
We are here.
Can we hire you to introduce us on stage? Because that was incredible.
That was very well done.
You know what I was thinking about earlier, dude? Is that like I'm 36 and like I was at home thinking about it. I was like, man, like a lot of people like my interviews because of my high energy, but I was like, how long could I make this last? Because when I was like 24 and 25, man, I just had so much energy, dude. I could literally like just like you remember like how back in the day you used to run and like you used to like just jump stairs and do like a quick still fish. You know, and you used to like do all these things. Now, dude, I'm afraid to jump a 3-stair without like hurting my ankle.
Yep.
Those days are over.
I'm like, I think I could do it, but I might not work tomorrow.
Yeah. Like when you used to be able to like hop a fence, like a chain link fence, like a 6 foot tall. If I had to do that right now, I think it would take me like 25 minutes to get over. It would be climbing down the other side instead of hopping.
Dude. So a little bit of backstory, meeting Mr. Jesse and Matt, dude. So they won the Battle for Vakken Canada. You know, it's my first time doing journalism at Vakken, and we ended up meeting at the Vakken United press camping area, which was super cool because that area we had our own breakfast, we had warm showers, which totally blew my mind. The water was warm, dude. And I was just like, oh my God, this is great. You know, but dude, I had the pleasure of meeting Jesse. I had the pleasure of meeting Matt, and we hit it off. And they were telling me about how like they're gonna play in a couple days. And dude, I got to see them. And I remember one of the first things they told me too was that Brittany Slays was one of the judges for the Battle for Vakken Canada. And for me, in my heart, Brittany Slays is top two in my top 2 singers of all time. Brittany Slays is like a god to me. I think in the industry she's like probably one of the best or the best, arguably.
Phenomenal.
And the fact that you guys were like, I remember you telling me that we'll talk more about it, but you telling me that you got an incredible compliment from her about how you guys were just like destroying on stage was incredible. But dude, maybe starting with Jesse, man. For the people out there that because I know I have a lot of friends that do the Vakken battles. I have a lot of friends that grind it out, dude. So we'll bounce back and forth between you and Matt. But dude, how was that battle for Canada? Like how many rounds did you have to go? Well, how was the stress about it? And also like, how did you guys feel when you first initially won the Battle for Vakken Canada?
It was incredible the whole way. We signed up. We're a new band. Like our first show was August 18th, 2024. So almost in 4 days, that'll be our first year anniversary. So our thinking was there was one in our hometown. The first round was in Hamilton, Ontario. And so we thought, well, if we can get on this bill, we're going to play for a room of metal fans. And that's a good way to introduce ourselves, to get like 3 fans, that kind of mentality. And then we went and played, and it was stacked. There was if you haven't heard them yet, Zero Tolerance were on there.
I know them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the whole time we were like, well, we're gonna go. Well, we'll go have fun, and it was a good time. And then we got through that round, and it was like, oh, okay. So the next round's in Toronto. That's like half hour away from us, kind of thing. So that was the like provincial round.
That's convenient.
Yeah. So then we were like, well, eventually we're going to play in Toronto, so we should go get 3 more fans. Was still the kind of mindset of like, let's just go play these shows and just enjoy that we're getting to play.
Our standards were set really low.
Yeah. Like we get to play the venue, the Rivoli. Like one of Mike Myers' SNL characters is based on like one of the wait staff there. So it's like this like historic place. So it's like, oh, we're going to get to play at the Rivoli. Like it'll be great. And then that was another one where every time a band played, it was like, oh, that they're definitely going on. And then we won that one, and then it was the national round in British Columbia, in Vancouver. And so then for
how far is British Columbia from Toronto?
It's 4,000 kilometers.
What's okay in hours?
5 hour flight or so.
Okay.
Yeah. 40-hour drive that I almost did, and then I backed out of it. It's once I really started getting the details of like, 40 hours in a car, I was like, a plane's fine. But I was thinking about bringing gear and like, because this is when, for me at least, in the first few rounds, it was like, let's just go play these venues or close to home, make some fans, like have some fun, meet other bands, like and hang out with them and stuff. But once it was kind of like you're one step away from playing Vakken, then it got like that's when it started to kick in. The like the practice felt different at home and stuff, and like just the like you don't want to get too ahead of yourself at the same time, but it was like just you were so close. So yeah, that one. It felt different, but anyway, we got there. It was the same thing where it's like all the bands were great. It was really fun to hang out with everybody. It never felt like it didn't feel like any of the bands we played with had that like mindset of like competition or whatever. In fact, the British Columbia winners for their province was Yeg. Incredible band, but they were in the gear chat making sure everybody that was traveling was like hooked up. So like they were supplying amps. They were talking to Along a
Wow.
McQuaid. Yeah, they were like sorting out like possible rental equipment, like all this stuff, so that all the bands traveling could just kind of show up. So it was still that mentality of like at the end of the day, like we're all just doing the same. We're all just a bunch of metal heads trying to play some metal. So yeah, and then when they did live critiquing at that one, so it was like a band would play, and then you'd stand in front of the stage, and the judges would give you critiques. And with those things, like obviously there's going to be like opinions and stuff like that, and it's hard to sometimes like really, like somebody might just not like that style or whatever. When we got our critiques was the kind of like, I think we need to sort out plane tickets, because that's when it just kind of seemed like positive. It kept going down the row, and just it was like the whole time it was positive, and then you're still trying to get ahead of yourself a little bit because obviously that's a pretty gigantic prize. And then when they finally did announce it, it was just a lot of swearing, which we won't do here. But we tried to take video, we tried to take clips and stuff for our Kilo TV, our weekly YouTube vlog. And on there, we tried to do the no swearing, but it was one of those like everybody that had their phone out was just like freaking out. And yeah, I don't know, it's hard. Honestly, it's kind of hard to describe what it's like to like be told you get to play at Vakken. Like it's a unbelievable thing.
Dude, that's absolutely incredible. Like Matt, I'll start with Matt on this one, but
Yeah.
did you have a lot of knowledge about Vakken before going and all that? I mean, because dude, like you're a powerhouse frontman, dude. You're out there absolutely shredding, and I know, and I'm a frontman too, and I'm a frontman and guitarist as well. And I know for me, like if I ever played a show that big, I'd be like, dude, like I gotta let this energy out, I gotta let this monster out, dude, because you did. When you perform live, you controlled that stage like you played Vakken 10 times, dude. When you heard that you won, dude, like what was your first initial thought of like how you like were you just gonna wing it when you get there? But how was your initial thought of like how you were gonna challenge this new task, which is the biggest metal festival in the world?
Oh man. I think I'm gonna start my answer off with the creature that you see on stage is not the guy who you're talking to right now.
That's
I know
fair.
this is going to sound really stupid and cliche and lame, but when I get up there, just something clicks or switches on, or just I just become something else. Because when they said our name in British Columbia as the winners that were going on to Vakken, I was sitting there sweating and internally screaming even before they even said it, and almost wanting them to not say it just because of how nerve wracked I was. And I was just completely beside myself. My heart just stopped beating. I'm like, I'm actually doing this. Like, what am I doing with my life right now, man? and then and then we ran into you. We played at Vakken. I put on the face, and we rocked out as hard as we could.
So guys, for people out there, that they're going to be doing the Vakken battles next year and all that. Like when you first get there, like what's protocol for you guys? Like when you get there as a winner for Battle for Vakken, like what's the protocol for the band? Like what's your instruction?
So when you get to Vakken, we flew into Hamburg. I think that's probably where everybody flew in. That seems
Yeah.
to be like yeah. It's a good airport close
Hey, by
by.
the way, quick note. I like plain food. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah. I had
Yeah.
some, I took
Yeah,
some out of my bag like 2 days later. It was like I had like a bun and a little like I don't know, like banana bread or something.
yeah.
All right, all right.
The flights we took, yeah, it was good plain food, I'll say.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like complain about, and also like they have a way better movie selection now.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
yeah. I was
Oh
watching
yeah, like
Godzilla movies. It was great.
back in the day, everybody had to watch the same movie.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, yep.
It's almost like in the front cockpit they had a DVD player. They kind of just slid it in. And then everybody. So, but sorry, continue, Jesse, with how you guys had to get introduced when you first got
Yeah.
there.
So
Prepare.
we had already this was set up ahead of time that a shuttle would get us from Hamburg and bring us. And so our shuttle driver Martin brought us, and then he brings us right to the artist check-in. We head in there. It was really fun. We ran into Docu Metal and the Venezuela metal battle band there, who we had been chatting with a little bit on Instagram. So it was like, running into some old friends somehow in Germany. And then you go into this room where they basically give you your wristbands and that whole thing. And then you get back in the shuttle and he brings you to the campsite and then just basically says, where am I dropping you off? And then so you point somewhere, they drop you off. And then I got a WhatsApp message from Saskia telling us that like, hey, we're picking you up tomorrow at 10 a.m. where you dropped off your instruments, like at the front of the camp. And then yeah, it was a mad dash. We knew ahead of time from JJ, our like Metal Battle Canada guy, basically what to expect, and that morning was going to be like the morning you play. It's like they're just going to pick you up, they're going to bring you to the stage, go. So we were sort of ready. But yeah, that was pretty much it. It was kind of like pretty easy. Like we just basically sat in a shuttle and he drove us everywhere we needed to be.
I love it. I love it. This will be a double question, but I'll start off with Matt. And you guys can both answer. But Matt, when you played and you got off that stage, dude, what did you feel? And also, like, what was some fan interactions you got, man?
Oh man. First of all, it was almost euphoric. Like we had just played the biggest show probably of our lives right there, and it's going to take us I think a good long while to even get close to topping that. So it was just amazing. And fan interactions, man, everybody there just seemed really, really hungry for some just high speed heavy metal assaulting. And
By the way, quick note, I knew you guys were gonna kill because your style just killed in Europe, dude. Continue.
Thanks.
yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, heck, the guys that came from Canada sang the national anthem, and that was real neat too. So, like, yeah, I don't know, everything seemed very well received from the people in the mud, despite all the horrible weather and the rain. It looked like everybody had an absolute blast, and that was really cool for just four guys to be on a stage in a country where you know, where they're not from, in front of people who don't know them. Like, yeah, where everybody's there to have fun, but like, it was just real cool because yeah, we are strangers on that stage, and that was real neat to see just everybody receive it so well.
I love it. What about you, Jesse? How was your experience on stage, off stage, and how was the fan interaction, brother?
Incredible on stage. It's just we had a little huddle by the drums right before we started. First, yeah, the crowd singing "Oh Canada" at us, like, did not see that coming and just was like,
That's so cool.
yeah, all of a sudden I was the proudest Canadian in the world. Like it's like, yeah, it just like it got us kind of like really pumped up. There was somebody that had a shirt that said Welland on it, which is like a fairly smallish town near like 10 minutes from where I am right now. So it was like seeing that on stage in Wacken, Germany was a little wild. Like he was right up front. But yeah, on stage, it just felt so fun. Like it felt like again as a somewhat new band, it just feels fun on stage every time. And we had a funny little talk where our goal this year was to play a show in Toronto. We played a show in Toronto the day before we got on the airplane with Lutharo and Blackguard. And so it was one of those things, right? Well, yeah, I was like, all right, listen, guys, our goal is to play a show in Toronto. We did it. Next goal, here we are, like kind of thing. So on stage, I don't know, it was fun, and I'm going through some of the clips now and kind of editing them together for the YouTube thing, and it's like I can see the interactions between us that I don't even remember, like all the like laughing and like the like singing little riffs at each other and then Matt's up there just like leading the charge. He gets me pumped up on stage. That like as soon as he starts talking, I'm just like I want to stand there. I want to stand there like John Petrucci and just like foot on the monitor, focus on what I'm doing. And the second he starts talking, I'm like, got to start headbanging and running around. So yeah. And then I met some people at on my layover. They had Wacken shirts on, so we were just chatting and stuff. And then they came and watched us, which was incredible because like we're on 11:25 a.m. day one in the rain. So it was really neat that they came out to see the band in that, like probably changed some of their plans. And then the one of the craziest things was, I think it was like 2 days later or a day later or whatever, I was wandering from like the main stages to I think faster stage and like making my way through the mud and that. And then somebody just went, "Hey, you guys were awesome." And I was like, "What?" Like with that many people. So anyway, it was just playing. It was so much fun. And like again, it's going to take a while to kind of, I think, match that feeling of like being up on that stage. And then like sound wise, they really took care of us. Like my monitor sounded really nice. I was worried going into it, like, you don't know the stage that size and stuff. Like, what if I can't hear the drums? Like, what do I do for any of this? But it was like everything just sounded fun up there and like loud and my guitar sounded nice. So anyway, yeah, I don't know, just great experience.
Dude, I think, by the way, if you see me looking over, I was looking at your Killotine YouTube page.
Oh, thanks.
Everybody, go subscribe to their YouTube page. It's absolutely awesome. They have all these cool episodes on there, dude. I like it.
Yeah, there's stuff us prepping for Wacken. We started that actually after the very first round. Actually, from one wrestling fan to another, basically I was like, we gotta it's 2025, bands have to be doing this promotional stuff, and I'm a huge AEW fan, so it might just be a cheap being the elite that we're doing, but anyway, it's like skits behind the scenes, all sorts of stuff like that, and like show promos and things, and we did like little lessons on how to like play some parts of the songs and stuff. But yeah, anyway, thank you.
Dude, of course. So I'm gonna give you guys some Wacken questions. We'll have a little fun here. We'll start off with Matt, but this will be questions for both of you guys throughout this. What was your favorite food, Matt, at Wacken? What was your favorite food? What was your favorite meal, and maybe even favorite drink that you had?
Oh man, where do I start?
Dude, their food makes you feel good, huh? Too, right?
Man,
it doesn't make you feel all mad cow.
No. God, I'm kind of being overwhelmed because, like, first of all, I ate so much. Second of all, I was really, really drunk, so I'm not going to remember everything I ate. It probably just some of like the sausages. I remember very vividly, like one of the tents, like literally just had a fire pit in the center of it, and it had this big like iron barbecue just swinging over the fire. I know, again, it's a totally lame answer, but that really was. I like my protein. I like my meat, so I think I'm definitely gonna go with like the sausages and the steaks that were there. That for sure. But I will say this: we went to the farmer's market and I bought like a bottle of milk. The best milk I have ever ingested in my life. I know it's totally lame. I also like my dairy, but like. I think I downed the whole bottle in like a matter of like maybe like 2 seconds, and yeah, McNeil, our bass player, looked at me like, "What is wrong with this guy?"
That's awesome. What about for you, Jesse?
Okay, so food wise, it was the sausage, like the breakfast sausage they had in like that like press battle band area,
Oh
and then
yeah, that
it
was your
came with
hangover savior.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it came with this like little like I don't know some form of bread, something or other, like this like bun thing, and it just every morning like I'd get over there and then I would eat most of it, and then our crew guy was in my tent, and then I'd go over and kick the tent a little, and I'd be like hand, and he'd stick his hand out, and I'd put the rest of the food in there. He would just pull it away and finish it. But that it was that breakfast sauce. Like I ate a bunch of food. There was really good stuff, but something about that every morning was just. And then yeah, like you didn't feel like weighed down after eating just a bun and a sausage. Like it just yeah, and then it lasted like I felt like I was eating that lambas bread or whatever from Lord of the Rings, where like it filled me up for the day. Like it was I barely ate when I was there. It was weird. And then drink the mead. The honey mead and the hot cherry mead. I got lost one night, like I got separated from everybody, and then it was like, it's gonna be if I don't know if I'm gonna put it in the vlog because I made all these videos being like, oh, I'm looking for everybody, but it was whatever night Demu played. But it was like by that point we were done playing, we were done meetings, so it was just we were partying.
That was Friday.
Was it Friday? Okay, yeah. And yeah, I got lost, and then I was like, well, I think we were talking about maybe going here, and then I went in and found the mead, and the videos like I'm incoherent, and most of them being like, I can't find the crew guy, and like, but I kept going, like I kept like, oh, I'll get this, and I'll go look for him, and then I would like drink it and be like, this is the greatest thing I've ever had, but they had multiple flavors, so then I was like, well, I got to go back and I got to try a different one, and then the Saturday, me and the crew guy I brought him there, and we sat on like the little picnic bench outside the like mead thing. And just like yeah we just hung out there for like 2 hours just listening to like the folk tunes and stuff in the tent behind us, and just like yeah, that's how we started our day. But that was favorite drink, and then favorite food was that sausage.
All right, Jesse, we're gonna start on you with this question, then we'll go to Matt. Well, what was a band that surprised you when you saw them live, and also what was a band that was your favorite band you saw live? So your favorite band that you saw live, and also a band that surprised you that kind of made you a new fan.
So surprised might have been Seven Spires.
They're dope.
Yeah, there was a lot of bands I hadn't really like gotten into it. Like I'm bad with listening to new stuff, so it's like when we found out we were going, what I did was I made this like A-B list of everybody that's on in every time slot, and just sat there and like did my own battle of the bands of like who would I see, and they were one that just kept popping up. And they did this thing at one point, I've got like a terrible cell phone video of it, where like the drummer's just going like da, 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 and then the guitar player's going crazy, and the bass player like he's tapping and stuff the whole time, but the singer just kept like ramping up this melody, and then she kept getting like higher up and higher up to the point where you're like, oh, this is the peak, and then they just kept bringing it more and more, and it was like a waterfall of sound. Like it was like I've never seen anything live that hit like that, and I was just standing there like you can't record this. Like this is just, you can't replicate this without this many speakers, and I guess outside, and how intense they played at this time. Like it just blew me away, and that was probably one of the biggest like highlights for me. Like their whole set was really awesome, and then they just hit this one thing where it was like, so you know how Devin Townsend does that sometimes, where he just gets to this like massive thing, and you're like, this is just
a momentum buildup. Yeah.
It's just this wall. But yeah, they were doing that. It was so cool.
All right. What about? Oh, sorry. Jesse, what was your favorite band?
I think I might have accidentally started with favorite band, because I think I'm going with Seven Spires. Nestor also, like that was so fun and awesome. And then for surprising me was I went into Bob Geldof knowing the one song and the Wall movie, and 2 songs in, me and my buddy were like dancing and singing the chorus of every tune, and it was like you know, blue skies, there was hot air balloons in the distance, and like these big puffy clouds, and Bob Geldof's up there just like, you know, with all his conviction, like doing his thing. And it just like, I went just to be like, check this out, you know, like see what's going on. And then by the end of it was like, maybe I'm a giant Bob Geldof, Boomtown Rats fan now. So That one kind of surprised me because, yeah.
I like it. All right, same question for you, Matt. Band that surprised you and your favorite band you saw there.
I was surprised at Papa Roach. My fiance really wanted to see Papa Roach. I'm like, yeah, I remember them back from like the 2000s. Of course, yeah, of course, I'll follow you around. And yeah, they were on point. Yeah,
So good. So
couldn't
good.
I couldn't believe how well they sounded. And I was like, okay, my man. Like, so okay, I'm a fan again.
Dude, I'll just tell you a quick 5 seconds, dude. I remember I was singing all their songs at the top of my lungs because I remember like they started off with a song that was like on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and but the thing is, I remember when they played Scars, dude. Like nobody around me was singing, and I was like, "I tear my heart open."
Yeah.
Oh my! And they're just looking at me like, "Man, this is
Oh, yeah.
American, dude." But continue with Papa Roach. You and your fiance, you want to go see? Your wife, you want to go see him?
Yeah. So yeah, she was stoked at that. I'm a born again Papa Roach fan, I guess you can call it. And yeah, probably my favorite band there. Static X. What a performance there. I was really happy to see Static X. So that was real cool.
Dude. Yeah, no, and I agree, dude. Like Papa Roach blew my freaking mind.
Yeah.
You know what the thing? I think out of every band there, they did the best job with the crowd. I didn't see any other bands create crowd with the movement of the hands, with the jumping, with the singing. It's
Yeah.
weird. I even saw more interactions with them than I would see bands that are local, and it was insane.
Yeah. I agree. There was just like this massive moving ocean of people that they can really command them, dude. It was wild.
It's insane. It's insane. All right, Matt, starting this question with you, man. This will be the last serious question before we get into the fun questions, and then we end the interview.
Serious now.
What do you think makes Vakken special?
Oh, dude. I don't know. The over 80,000 people all coming together to do the exact same thing, which is just celebrate heavy metal, party, drink, and eat, and just have a blast. And it's such a community because like nobody, like realistically nobody there is actually friends, but everybody there is so friendly. It's nice. Like, yeah, like I went and took a shower, and on my way back there was guys blasting Megadeth like super early in the morning, and it was like peace cells. They noticed me bobbing my head, and then one guy throws up his horns and goes, rock and roll. English is obviously not his first language. And I just start singing like the ending chorus, going peace sales, and like then another one of his dudes at his campsite pulls out a microphone like, you sing, you want to sing? I'm like, okay, I guess I'm doing karaoke now. So I finished a couple songs with them. I hung out, and then I told them like, hey, I got to get back to my camp, fellas. I got to put some more clothes on. And yeah, I guess everybody at my campsite probably thought I just took like an hour and a half shower, which maybe I should have. But yeah, like it's just a celebration of heavy metal, man, and that's what makes it special. And everybody's there for the exact same thing.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
What about
what an
what about you?
experience.
What about for you, Mr. Jesse?
How friendly everybody was. There at any point in time, if I had a question about anything, like if I was like, I'm not sure where the stage is, or I'm not sure where this is, or whatever, I would just go to the first person I saw and be like, hey, do you know where Welcome to the Jungle stage is? And they'd be like, yeah. Like arm around you, be like, okay, so you want to go here, and pulling out their phone to like show you a map. Like it just seemed like everyone, I don't know if it was just kind of like the experience I had, but it was like everybody in that crowd was so friendly, and especially considering like how the conditions were, like, it was muddy, it was tough to get around, it was rainy, lots of people were flooded, everyone was still just like, it just seemed like everyone was so friendly. And then in the metal battle, when they were announcing the top 5 bands, like the winners in that, they would like announce a band and it would be like Bulgaria, and then the whole room, all the metal battle bands would start chanting like Bulgaria, Bulgaria, as they went up to the stage to like get their award and stuff. And so that was just like this, like again, the community thing where it was like everyone's just here having a good time. Like yeah, like that was just it just seemed so special to me. And I had talked about it to some people. Again, it might just be the experience I saw when I was there, but I feel like sometimes it's not quite the same vibe at some festivals I've been to and stuff, or big shows. So that to me just kind of blew my mind that everyone like I felt like I could have been like asked anybody for like, hey, can I have your boots? And like somebody would have given me their boots. Actually, somebody gave their boots to the crew guy. So as I said that, yeah, somebody was like, you can have these boots, and that's what he wore for like the rest. So it was like everyone just seemed so friendly.
Dude, you want to know like one of the coolest things I ever saw there is I saw a security guard de-escalate a fight, but not like in a bad like asshole. Well, sorry, I broke my rule.
You're allowed to,
But the thing is, you know what I love about
swearing.
it is that the security guard just calmed them down because the security guard wanted both of them to still hang out and still watch the show, you know, and both of them, the guys who were like both drunk, kind of fighting, hugged it out, and it was all love and metal. But what I loved about it is that the security guards took like a great approach to it.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is on my way home, I was waiting for a train in Itzehoe. And I remember there was a drunk dispute going on at the train station, and the cop just de-escalated it by like putting his hand on his both of their shoulders and all that. Like, come on, guys, like, oh, come on. And in my head, I'm just like, wow,
yeah.
you just completely de-escalated this by just like showing some love, and you calmed both guys down. They were mad at each other, and you calmed them down. In my head, I was just like, so sweet, dude. All right, guys. We're going a little over on this interview, so I'm gonna go really fast. I'm gonna ask you 3 fun questions. Jesse, I'm gonna start off with you. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. In a zombie apocalypse, you could pick one weapon to destroy the zombie horde. It can't be the cure or the nuke. What is your one weapon?
A guitar.
I like it. Same. I like it. Same question.
One of Matt's guitars, a BC Rich, because it's pointy.
Oh, okay.
Sledgehammer.
Matt.
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer. I like it. All right, we're gonna start off with Matt on this one. Matt, what is an artist or genre of music or band that you listen to that is furthest away from anything Bakken or Killotine?
Ooh, Supertramp.
Oh, what kind of music's that?
It's like prog rock, I guess, if you want to call it.
I like it. Same question for you, Jesse.
Like Paramore, like pop music stuff. Like I listen to Paramore most of the flight on the way there.
The
After Laughter album. Like I don't know what it is about that thing. It's just like if I'm having any anxiety, I put that thing on and it's just like it's gone. Like I just dancing on the plane. Yeah.
Last question for you guys. We'll start off with Jesse on this one. If you could choose your death, but it had to be by somebody in a horror movie, who would you choose to do it, and how would they kill you?
Oh, I'd want it to be quick. Like I'd want it to be like Jason Voorhees, like uppercutting my head off.
Oh.
You're telling me you don't want to get stuffed in a sleeping bag and get slammed into a tree?
No, I want one of the fast ones. I want, none of that nonsense. Yeah.
All right, same question for you, Matt. If you could choose your death, but it had to be from a villain from a horror movie, who would you choose to do it, and how would they do it?
Jesse took my guy. I'm gonna go with Jason Voorhees and a sledgehammer.
I like it. Everybody who is tuning in, we are talking to Matt and Jesse from Killotine. Please, where can everybody find your music?
We're on pretty much wherever you can stream. Like we're on all the stuff, the Spotify, the iTunes. Yeah.
I like it. Before I let you guys go, do you guys have any shout outs you want to give or thanks?
Oof, man.
I want to do a quick thank you to, we brought a crew guy, Matthew Kaiser, and he's like a good friend of mine, and I brought him to do like to document stuff. There's like 8 billion people that we should be thanking. Charles from Lover's Teeth, because he's like we have a Spotify artist account because of him and an EPK because of him. I'll do just a quick one to Matthew Kaiser, who he's a good close friend of mine, and I was like, you know, you can come, you got to be documenting everything for us while we're setting up, while we're tearing down, while we're playing, while we're in the shuttle, while we're like all that sort of stuff that you forget about as a band that's very valuable afterwards to kind of make your you know, your content kind of thing. And before going, I basically like gave him the, we're like best friends, so I gave him the like, if on the morning of I say I'm thirsty, you reply, sir, yes, sir, and you find me water. And like he just like he did it. Like he like didn't complain about anything, and he just like at every step of the way was just constantly like, what do you guys need? What do you need? What do you need? Where do you need to go? Where do you need? Like trying to find stuff for us. He got so much like great stuff of us like setting up in that when it was like chaotic and things. And then he was just like right on to have around like when we were doing the meetings and stuff. Like it wasn't like, you know, if you brought a friend and he's like being a big party animal or something like that. So anyway, yeah, I want to special thanks to him.
All right, Matt, you got 30 seconds, dude.
Oh, geez. God, there's so many people who have thrown us bones. I'm probably just going to be cheesy and thank my fiance for putting up with all my garbage and coming along with me and, yeah, basically babying me the whole time. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Can I do one more quick one? JJ Tartaglia, he's the Metal Battle Canada guy, and like we asked him every dumb question we could possibly ask him, and he just like, here you go, here's everything you need to get to Vakken safely.
Thanks, JJ.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, Matt. Jesse, you guys have been great. For the people that are tuning in and want to check out the interview, it will be on YouTube. And I think I should be able to upload a 45-minute video to Instagram. But I think I should. I've been doing like half-hour uploads, so it should work. But follow us on follow Killotine on Instagram, follow the Metal Mixtape and Dreamer Sleep on Instagram, and it will be uploaded tomorrow for anybody who missed the interview. Jesse, Matt, you guys are so freaking cool, man. I hope to see you guys soon. And just dude, thank you guys for being on the show.
Thank you for having us. You're so freaking cool. It was every time I saw you in like the crowd of people, it was just like, it was like old friends, like a day after me.
I know, dude. You guys are both rad. Matt, Jesse. We'll see you guys later.
See you later. Thank you.
Later, dude.